What's up everybody, Cloudchord here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I got a brand new Ableton Live device for you. It's a guitar amp rack that I built for the Neo Soul style, and it is part of a free download with the interview that I did that's available at ableton.com. So look for that link in the description. And without further ado, let's check out these rad new sounds that I'm making. Okay everybody, so before I get into the snapshots, I just want to show you what the signal chain is here. So we got the tuner, then we have a phaser, then we have our pedal device, which is going to give us a little bit more gain. Then we have our EQ8, which is essentially just serving as a low and high cut. Then we have an auto filter, which was actually going to act, I'm using the LFO as a rhythmic filter, which you'll see here in a second. Then we have the amp, which is fluctuating between some clean, some blues, and some rock settings. Then we have our cabinet, which is mainly just a 1x12 speaker or a 2x12 speaker. Saturator in warm tube, just for a little bit more warmth and realness in this sound. The auto pan is functioning as a tremolo in this situation. Our delay, of course, and then our glue to shrink down the dynamic range and make a little bit louder with this makeup gain. And then of course the hybrid reverb on the spring setting to give us that amp sound. And then at the end, just a limiter to practice safe sound design. Okay, so let's check out some of these snapshots. So the first one is just your standard clean tone. And of course with any of these, if you want to change the settings, you can roll back any of these macros. Here's just a little bit less reverb. Second snapshot is Phase Dancer. It's a little more slightly crunched out, and it's using this phaser here. I hear that in Neo Soul a lot. And now let's get into what I'm doing here with the auto filter. So on this Leslie Wah setting, check this out. I'm sidechaining to the live track itself. This is actually just helping this effect be more prominent. And I'm using the LFO at a rate of 124, and check out what it's doing. So it's kind of using the auto filter to almost simulate a fast Leslie sound. Pretty cool. And that is mapped to this macro that's just called Leslie. So that will affect the amount of envelope and the auto filter frequency. All right, after that is tapped in. That is just using our delay here. So that's nice. And also, so inside Neo Soul, we obviously have Motown sounds, and we have funk sounds, and we have hip hop sounds. But one of the cool things is it's kind of this open format guitar style depending on the tune, and most of these tones are clean or like just a tiny bit of saturation. So check this out. I'm borrowing from the surf spaghetti western culture. And so that's a slightly crunched out amp and using this auto pan as a tremolo. Another fun sound is a slapback delay, and it works really well on, say, like single note lines. Okay, now I busted out my Strat because we're getting into some lead sounds. Here's a crunch, good for like bluesy type licks. Now here's our phaser lead, maybe more of like a Hendrix thing. check out this lead wow. This is borrowing that concept from this earlier snapshot, the Leslie Wah. We're going back to that and using that auto filter, but now we're giving it a little bit of crunch. That reminds me of when you have a wah-wah in front of you and you're just going as fast as you can. And then one other sound that is a little bit harder to get in just your standard pedal board is the AM radio sound, and that's just basically using a little bit of gain, a little bit of glue compression, and tweaking our low cut and our high cut here. So you'll find that kind of sound in more of like the lo-fi neo-soul merging thing. So, all right, so I got a few beats here and let's check out these sounds in context. Here we go.